Speaking about intense energies, oh my gosh. Definitely I'm through it now, but all morning was like swimming against the flow, and so I just let myself go and just went into some sort of a release of a very deep sadness, let's say like that. Laurent was speaking about it, saying there's so much sadness, and I have to admit, like, I cannot deny, like, so much sadness there was in my heart, and there still is. So hello Vanessa. And the beauty about it, I don't want to start with sadness. I'm actually very excited everybody's here. Sorry, I just went through it this morning because there was so much sadness. And this very dear friend of mine, her name is Madiha, she was talking to me, and she said, we were talking about sadness, and she was saying to me, why don't you give grief a place on your altar? And I thought that was amazing. Like, you put a beautiful, I have now, like, from mango tree, a beautiful round, a little pot with a beautiful thingy on it. And that's my grief. So anything that gives me grief, I write it down or draw it, or, in one way or another. And I put it in that pot and I give it a place. So I don't know why we're starting with that, but for me this morning, there was so much grief coming through, and it didn't really matter if it was mine, if it was from the collective, if it was, definitely it's related to, the split of the human collective that we are going through. And of course, I'm very happy about everything that's happening, but sometimes, you know how it feels. I'm sure most of you know how it feels when the whole of the collective is going in that direction, and you're feeling like, I'm feeling like I just actually want to go in that direction, or just the feeling it gives when you're doing something else than maybe the majority is doing, So it's a bit like you, without wanting to, because you would like to be harmonious with the whole world and be, like, make everybody happy in that sense. It's like, without wanting to, you need to kind of be very strict with your boundaries, and you have to be very like, no, I'm not going in that direction. No, I'm so it's like, if you don't take very good care, it's almost like you're gonna start fighting, for your own rights. Like, I just don't feel the same way. But if you do that, then you fall into righteousness, or you fall into actually feeding the paradigm that you don't want to be in, So yeah, it's not that I really want to go too deeply into that, but I thought it would be nice to just kind of tip onto it, because it's like, as a light worker or a starseed, or whatever names we give it, like, I don't even really resonate with starseed anymore. I don't really resonate even with light worker anymore. I just don't really resonate with any of these names anymore. I just feel like, yeah, I'm a being of light, and all I came here for is just to shine my light, like, just to share my high frequency, with a world that needs it. So is that a starseed? Don't know. Is that a, I feel that a lot of you, because I've been tuning into, it's just amazing how many beautiful souls there are, like, just here. And I mean, also online, there's people from Bali, Alaska, like, so many people are joining in. And you could say it's not a big group. It's not a big group. It's 55 people around, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, but when I tune into, like, I just put, for example, some incense from Emma, who's here, amazing incense. It's called Abydos. It's frankincense, pure plant-based incense. It's actually happening now. And then I saw Abydos, and then I was like, Lisa is here. Lisa just went to the Abydos temple, and then I tune into that, and then I see Heidi, I see Aaron, I see, like, and we're doing, all kinds of ovarian qigong, and stuff like that. And then I see the light fairies, the twin fairies, Alexandra, Sylvia from Italy, and there's Tanya. there's another Tanya, by the way, that I don't know personally, but so, and Muriel, you know, in Spain, that is starting her own life and doing her own thing, and just really like, so there's so many of us here, you know, there's so from so many places, like Switzerland, Israel, Greece, Sophia, you know, Ireland, Vanessa. So there's so many, and there's Anka from Thailand, there's, you know, Stefan always. You know, so it's like, there's Laurent from Holland, and you know, Sandhya. And so there's so many people here that are like, there's Gabi, there's so many people here that have such a high frequency. There's Malik from Egypt. We have a new guest, Danny, you know, so it's like, so there's that whole grid work, but also so many light workers. And I just, what I felt was like, just like holding space for a moment. It's just, I don't know, just look around in the Zoom, like, you know, there's like, there's so much, and we do it. I mean, that's what we're doing with these meditations. It's like, because for example, last Ride Your Lotus, I did the Pleiadian Tantra, you know? So, okay, new method, Pleiadian Tantra, breathing this, breathing that. And I was like saying to Source this morning, like, I was like a bit like, I can't do it. I feel so sad. I cannot be here. And now I look at myself and I'm like completely ready. Of course, you know, I had to go through all that to be ready. But I was like, yeah, and Source was like, it's not about offering them again another method. Or, you know, this is our 42nd Ride Your Lotus. And every time has been different. So it's not about every time coming with a new method or this or that, like the new or the this. It's about gathering these light workers. We don't even need to do anything, basically. Just chilling, you know, and I mean, I would love that, you know, just chilling out. We are going to do a meditation, of course, because whatever we can do with our words is never, ever going to do as much as we can when we're going in meditation, of course. So of course I'm super happy because what we're doing is like phenomenal, you know, without being like, oh yeah, we're light workers, it's phenomenal, and all the rest isn't, because they're not in a high frequency. That's why I was crying so much this morning. It was like, when I tune into, you know, my sisters, my brother, my mother, that are, you know, let's say my brother and mother, they don't even have any clue of what I do. Nothing. They are not spiritual in any way. And I was like, what? And they are not light beings? Why? Because I'm doing the work that I do since 20 years, because I've been sitting in a Zen temple for 10 years. What, I'm so, you know, such a light worker and they are not? Because they're going in another timeline. This whole separation that we all give into, all of us. We, like the last 2 years, you know, it's all an illusion. This whole split is a dream. So, you know, and of course I feel it. Of course I'm, you know, I'm part of it. And of course I'm very much, you know, with my boundaries. And at the same time, I'm limitless. You know, that's where I want to go to. I just want my heart to be so open that anything can happen and it will never, ever hurt me in any way, because I'm just open and open and open. I can handle whatever comes, whether it's my death or somebody else's death, whether it's whatever, you know, whether it's the whole world, you know, stops living. When our heart is open, we can handle anything. So I'm not saying, okay, with this and that and light and dark. I guess what I'm trying to say is that it is a challenging time. There's no denying it, right? I mean, everybody's feeling it. Can I have some, like, yes, I'm feeling this is a challenging time, or am I just the only one here? Okay, Aaron is like, yes. Challenging time. Okay, Stefanus agree. So of course it brings a lot of advantages, because it brings all this stuff out. I would have never gone as deep as I'm going this morning, for example, if we were not going through this challenging time. But when you look at it from a free perspective, where we are free, it's not different than 3 years ago, and it's not different than 10 years ago. It's just more challenging because also us, we are like kind of with the face to the wall. It seems to be like almost sometimes I feel like enlightenment is the only way these days. It's like you gotta be completely enlightened and then you're free, you know? It's like and I heard a podcast, Anelia, and I thought it was amazing. She said, if we have one enlightened person, it's not going to do much. But if we have 1 million of enlightened people, now that's going to definitely shift, you know, the frequency. So I guess this is an invitation to become enlightened today. And the funny thing is, we already are. You know, it's just like, are we gonna finally, you know, wake up to our own power, or are we just gonna? And that's also what I'm seeing, is that everything seems to be an invitation constantly. Are you going to feed the conflict, or are you going to feed your own high frequency resources? It's like one of my teachers, like I started a new course that I'm going to follow for a whole year. It's a Dutch guy, Reinhard Edeveld, and he was saying, like, how interesting is it that when we feel bad, we go for a walk in nature? But in a way, it's saying like you're not nature and that you need nature. Why go out and walk for nature when you feel bad? You should first get yourself in balance and then go out. So I thought that was funny, because obviously I'm living in the desert, so I would love to go for for a walk in the forest, but there is none. So I was like, okay, I don't feel so bad about not being able to touch the trees and smell the prana, because anyway, we have to figure it out with ourselves inside. Bring the balance inside. How can we bring the balance inside? So yes, so today, 12/12. Have you also felt that it's a lot about, even if this was another date, it doesn't matter, even if you do this in the replay in a year from now, have you also felt like this type of completion feeling? Anybody can have some thumbs up. Anybody feeling some sort of completion? Nora, Daria, Muriel, almost, kind of. Good. Shy. Okay, so I also felt a lot of that coming through. Maybe it's also the end of the year, and the, you know, and the eclipse or the solstice coming, and all kinds of things. There's a very much a feeling of, and I'm sure Sylvia will be much more able. Our Sylvia here, she's a numerologist. She will be able to much more things saying about the 12/12. But it seems that a lot of completion somehow. I feel also inside of me that I found peace in the violence of our world. It's almost like as if through the violence of our world, I have found peace. And you could say, okay, how can you find peace through the violence? You're supposed to find it inside. Well, if the world or the violence or the rage or the despair of the world wouldn't have pushed me that much, I would have maybe not come to a point of peace inside that I have found now so fast. It's like the diamond, remember? You have the diamond, it needs pressure, millions of years of pressure for that carbon to change into a diamond. So that's what's happening to us. We're just under so much pressure, that at a certain point, and that's what we're doing, it's just like, you know, it's like, it's not even like the feeling of I've had enough. It's the feeling of so much pressure, that it just makes, there's no other way. There's no other way. Like the light will explode, you know. And if it doesn't come from the heart, it will come from the third eye. And if it doesn't come from the third eye, it will come from the lower chakras, wherever it's coming from. The light will just start shining so strongly, right? Hi, Ming. Hi. So yeah, so 12/12 completion. all these energies. Also what happens is we're in a state of heightened awareness. There's more light coming in. Remember the ultra light? I've been talking about it since the whole year, since last year, since January 2020. I've been talking about the ultra light coming through, right? So ultra light. What is ultralight? Ultralight is that it's so high pitched. We have never had the honor to receive that on this planet. Started January 2020, going until 2033, end of 2033. So we're just at the beginning of this, like this pressure of like everything that we're holding on to that is from lower frequencies, just getting pressured out of the body, out of the breath, out of the heart, out of the soul, out of the, you know, the whole thing that we are. So, so yeah, I just really want to honor that today. Just, I think I've said enough, and I just, you know, I hope that was resonating with most of you. Just feel each other. Like I've, you know, if I could, you know, tune in. Like we are, a lot of us are part of the new earth now. So if you're not part of the new earth now, come join us, because I'm not promising anything, like, you know, but what happens is that some people are able to connect to each other, you know, and I know a lot of you here, and I know, like, for me, I can see like so many links. I'm like, I want this one to talk to that one, and I want that one to visit that one, and I want that one to do that with that one, and you know, so yeah, so yeah, if you feel like it, to come join us and do things with each other, keep each other's frequency high, support each other when we need it, and that's what we do there. So it's on Telegram, by the way. Okay, hi Alexandra. Nice. Is there any questions so far, or anything? If not, we will go into the meditation. Yeah, this is true what Vanessa is saying. She says there's so much pressure that the only way that to handle it is to merge with my true self. That's exactly it. Our true nature is just coming out so clear. I don't know about you, but I felt so much clarity I've never felt in my whole life. Just like not only clear in the sense of like clear, but sharp clear, almost like like there's no, I can, as if in a flash of a second, I can see right through someone, you know, like they're coming like with this and a little bit of that, and I just make whoosh, and I just like directly, like very clear. And these skills, I used to have them when I was a child, but not this, not as clear as they are now. Very clear. Oh, Sylvia, I'm reading your message now. Yeah, I'm also very happy we're gathering together. And yes, Alexandra, at least you know it's not personal. That's true. Everything that's coming up, we are clearing it for the whole of the collective. But it doesn't make it more easy sometimes, right? Okay, so I hope that that our light and everything, that you're feeling it, and that you're feeling supported by it, and that through this meditation we're going to activate some light codes. It's been a while we've done that. I think the last time must have been 6-7 months ago. So it's time for an upgrade, and you know, just really connect to the grid, connect to the ultralight. The ultralight comes from 22 different galaxies. I'm not talking about planets, galaxies that are in diamond formation, and that now, like, it's like they're like in diamond formation that just make poof on our planet. Oh my God. Seriously, when you tune into it, it's insane, everything that's happening. And then we're like, why am I feeling a bit sad? Yeah, right. It's just like if you see everything that's happening, like, sure, if you're not feeling a little bit off sometimes, then you're just not human, are you? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, let's do the meditation. I'm gonna put a little blanket around my body so you can do the same, so that really make your body very comfortable. Just know that, let the body know that it is comfortable and that it's cared for, and that we are thanking it for being with us on this planet. We'll take a little moment during the meditation, by the way, because I see a lot of bodies are saying, I need more attention, so we'll do that. Maybe you have some water or some tea or something close by. And also, maybe you still have a moment if you want to bring a notebook or something, because we get a lot of messages and a lot of visions during these meditations, and we forget them straight after, like a dream, you know. But sometimes when you write them down, you can really work with it. Like sometimes when I write them down, like even in the week coming week after, I look at my notes and I'm like, oh yeah, and they make so much sense, and I would have gotten them if I wouldn't have written them down. So if you feel like it, you can just bring your notebook or something like that, or put it on your phone. Okay. Okay, so let's start with our breath and with our eyes. So we'll start with our breath and just sense your breath going in and out of your body. So you're really observing your breath with your awareness, going in and out of the body. So you're not controlling your breath in any way, you're not managing it in any way, you're just observing it. Feeling, seeing, sensing that sense of air as it's passing in and out of the body. So you can feel, see, sense that life force. It is not just air, it is light, it is life force, it is space, the element that contains all the other elements. Space containing air, fire, water, air. So you're noticing that just by shifting your awareness to that life force, that light that you are breathing in, that pure energy that you're breathing in, you're noticing that, yes, it's like the substance almost of what you are breathing in is changing. I remember in India, I did this in a highway of 4 or 5 lines of cars. And I, just by becoming aware of the breath, the substance changed and I wasn't breathing any pollution anymore. So when you bring your awareness to the substance that you are breathing in, seeing, feeling, sensing it as pure light, as pure life force, as pure space, as the 5 elements, as the 5 wisdoms that you are breathing in, then actually it is changing. You are at that moment breathing in pure life force. That's not just air. So feel that entering into your body, becoming aware of that sense of breathing pure life force in. And also you can become a little bit more aware of your out breath at the moment, and just when you're breathing out, just breathe out all the tensions, any emotional, mental, physical, ego tension, any energetic tension. maybe in the shoulders, maybe in other parts of the body, just becoming aware of that pure life force, breathing in and breathing out any efforts you've made the last day or days or the last hours or minutes. This tension of worrying or making things happen or whatever it is, just breathe it out. Breathing in light, breathing out tension. Breathing in pure life force. Breathing out efforts. So let's become aware of our eyes and just make them very soft. If you wish, you can warm your hands a little moment and put them on it, but you're not forced to in any way. Like everything that's happening in this meditation, just follow your own resonance. And feel that the muscles around the eyes are becoming more soft. It's almost like the eyes are falling more backwards into the head, into the skull, you could say, into the skeleton of the head. It's like they're starting to float more. There's something very sacred about soft eyes. In some Taoist teachings, nothing happens without your eyes to be soft. So you can even imagine like a feather, like a beautiful angel or a beautiful being that's one of your guardian angels or guardians, or that is just taking a feather and just really very softly touching your eyes, very softly. So what happens when our eyes are becoming soft is that everything in the rest of our body that it's linked to, which means our kidneys, our 5 main organs, our heart, spleen, liver, everything is starting to relax more. Like the cramp that we have in these organs is continuous. And when we soften the eyes, it is like we soften all of them at the same time. So now also soften the muscles around the mouth, for example, whole face, the jawline, also the shoulders, and very importantly, the abdomen. Like in the abdomen is our willpower. We believe that we change the world with our will, our willpower. And we can, up until a certain extent, but we're paying it off with our own life force. So the abdomen, feel relaxation in the abdomen. The shoulders, you know, the expectations of why is not happening what I want? Like, why is my willpower not manifesting what I want? It's in the shoulders. Unmet expectations, especially from yourself. And that accumulates in your jawline, in bitterness. I did so my best, but it's not happening. Why is it not happening? I'm doing so my best. I'm doing my best. So this type of personal willpower, just release it. And we're going to make a 180 shift into just receiving, just allowing it to come to us instead of trying to force things or push things or make things work with effort. We're just going to feel and see and sense that sense of dropping the effort and just allowing life to take care of us. And it will give us even better things than what we think we want. So let's do that. Let's go into our eyes. You're feeling that you're traveling with the light of your eyes inwards into the black inner field of your eyes, traveling into the middle of your head, feeling, seeing, sensing that when you bring your awareness there, when you're resting your awareness in the middle of your head, there's a very subtle life force that is activated from just being in this place, in this location in the body. It can feel very different for different people. So some people will feel it's a little closed with the skull all around. And for others, it feels very open, very blissful. It doesn't really matter. We're not here to have a certain experience. We're just here to be with what is. No less, no more. Just resting the awareness in the head and feeling that sense of very subtle life force energy that is awakening just by bringing the awareness in this place in the body. This place is connected to a very specific chi, connected to bliss, connected to enlightenment, connected to the cosmic energies of the sun. Feel it, allow it, connect to it. Without expectations, without pushing for an experience. Just rest, breathe. Allow the awareness to rest. Beautiful. So let's go down with the awareness. You just drop your awareness into your heart space. Some of you will drop directly into the sacred spaces, and that is fine. Some of you don't, and that is fine too. It doesn't really matter. You're just going to drop your awareness into your heart space, wherever that is for you. Physical heart, heart chakra, upper, lower, front, back of the body, it doesn't matter. Feel what every day is different, so feel where you're drawn into. But the most important is that you just rest your awareness here in this location in the body. And it's funny because sometimes when you go a little bit more up in the body or a little bit more down or a little bit more in the front of the back, you don't really feel any connection. But because you're playing with it, you're moving around a little bit, there will be a point, bam, bam, that's the connection. That's the one you wish. That's the one that brings you into the connection with Source. So just feel, see, sense that connection of your awareness with that Source in your heart. And remember, breathing out, breathe out all the efforts, breathing in that pure life force into your heart. You can imagine this place as a flower just softly opening up. And you don't need to open up to the whole world or to me or to the group or anything like that. You can just open up to yourself or open up to the source or open up to a loved one that you love a lot. It doesn't really matter. Just feel, see, sense that opening of the heart. And sometimes, like I had this morning, it can be very painful. Sometimes we open the heart, we have no idea why. It just, bam, you just hit another layer of pain. And that is okay. If that happens, just hold yourself in this self-compassion and self-kindness, this kind of self-loving embrace with a warmth, with a softness, with a curiosity, allowing the heart to open. just to its own source. And this is a beautiful moment that you can just take a moment and just say to the source inside, Source, I wish to be connected to you all the time. Source, I wish to be aware of your presence all the time. And it's possible that that connection with source, which you just made, is very subtle. But for example, what happened to me when I did that, I just said like, source, not only source, I want to be present, I want to be aware of your presence all the time, but also source, guide me, this moment, guide me. And what I felt was this very soft, almost like golden light, you could say liquid light, coming from pure source light into my heart. Charging it with light, charging it with golden light, charging it with diamond light. Okay, so just tell your heart that we're going to come back because we are. But before that, I wish to complete this journey into the body with the three main centers, the head, the heart, and the belly. So let's move the awareness into the belly. And the belly is like the Hira, the four-finger width length under the navel, whatever place, like maybe the womb, maybe the genitals, maybe the perineum area, maybe whatever it is, like maybe the kidneys, whatever needs your attention, you can bring your awareness there. But basically, if you bring your awareness into the central channel, which is the channel that runs from the middle of the head all the way down to the perineum area, in between the genitals and the anus, like it's a straight, beautiful pranic tube. And if you go in the middle of that four-finger width length down of the navel, it's very specific. When you bring your awareness there, allow your awareness to rest there, then you are touching all of those areas at the same time because you're in the center of it. In the central channel is the core of your being. That whole central channel, not only the chakras, but that whole central channel is the core of your being. So when you bring your awareness there in the belly area, something will happen. Same like the heart, but very different energy. Again, this life force here is completely different. This life force has to do with vitality. Your vitality. It's much more personal, your personal life force, your fire, your vitality, your power. So feel that type of subtle life force energy awakening just by resting your awareness here in this location in the body. Beautiful. Now become aware of the whole body as one. So basically, we are bringing those three different life forces together into one force, which we call the I force or Yi force. And then spread it out in all of your body. Every cell of your body, the soles of your feet, the nails of your feet, your hair, your skin, your eyes, your mouth, your ears, your hands, your fingers, everything, all the organs, all the bones, the structure, the blood, every cell of your body. Give it a shower of pure life force, golden light if you wish. Where are you drawing that energy from? You're drawing it from the source. You're drawing it from your being. You are that golden light. So allow that light, that life force, that awareness, pure awareness, to stream into every cell of your being, every cell of your body, every cell of your emotional body, every cell of your mental body, all that you are, just allow it to stream into all that you are. It is like grounding, it is like embodying awareness into the fullness that we are. And you can feel, see, sense that, or know that every cell of your body is responding to that awareness. So the awareness is like the parent, and every cell of the body is like the child. So they are responding to that awareness. It's not only we're bringing awareness into all of the cells and that's it. No, there is a response to it. That's where the magic happens, in that connection of your awareness with the physical body. Feel the relaxation. And you can draw it into any place that needs it. Let's do this for just a moment. Just bring it to any place that is asking for it. Like for me, at the moment, it's the kidneys. But for you, it could be completely different. Maybe your shoulders, maybe your knees, whatever it is, whatever place in your body needs more attention. Send like a shower of golden light into it. And feel the appreciation. And the body is very quick to respond. Maybe not visibly, but maybe very subtly. It's quick to respond. So just for a moment, just tune into the whole body as one and just express your gratitude. You can say, wow, thank you, body, for working for me 24 hours on 24 hours. You're breathing, you're pumping blood, you're millions of biological, chemistry reactions in my body just for me to have this experience here on this planet. You sleep, you eat, you feel, you sense, you hear, all of it for me to have this experience. Okay, let's go a level deeper into the body. So we have been now on the level of the blood and the heart and the organs and the cells. So now we will go a level deeper. So within all of the cells, within the body as a whole, but also within every organ and structure and bones, there is a most deep level, you could say, which is the level of stillness. And that stillness is carried through the body. That's why it's so grounding to connect to it. So connect with your awareness to the stillness of your physical body. I will describe a little bit what it feels like. You don't need to listen to me, but some of you will appreciate it or enjoy it. So that stillness of the physical body that the awareness is connecting to feels like an unchanging energy. It's unchanging. It's always the same. It's extremely deep. There's no movement. Yet there is a very deep presence there. The presence of awareness, or you would say the presence of your body of emptiness. So the body of emptiness is empty. It's just pure space. No form, no shape, no concepts, no ideas, no past, no future, no identities, no sound, no shape, no vibration. Just pure space. But it's not an empty space in the sense of a dead emptiness. It's very vibrant. It's very energetic. It's filled with infinite potential. Yet it's empty. So just rest here for a moment with your awareness in that stillness of your physical body, in every cell or the whole body as one. And let's go even deeper into the stillness of your being. So you're feeling, seeing, sensing, it's almost like you're falling or you're dropping deeper down even. Through the groundedness of the body and the stillness of the physical body into the stillness of your being. So release any effort. It is just a resting of your awareness, a connecting of your awareness to that stillness of your being. And if there are any thoughts coming up or any resistances, any distractions, any emotions, then just allow them to be in that space. Don't fight them. Just allow whatever is arising within that space. And the space is not disturbed by it. You are not disturbed by it. Your true nature is that stillness. So you're not disturbed by the thoughts or the distractions. You're embracing them within that space. You're allowing them to come up and to be self-liberated, because you're not doing anything with them. You're not rejecting them and you're not grasping them. It's just coming up and it's dissolving by itself. It feels extremely liberating. To be that space, to rest the awareness in that stillness of the being. To allow the distractions to come up and self-liberate by being that space. So when the thoughts come or the emotions come or anything comes, any idea or any identity, any pain, any pleasure, bliss or pain. Here it's all the same. It comes up, it arises, and it self-liberates because you're not grasping or rejecting. You're just resting in space. Beautiful. So from this space, we're going to do the rest of the meditation. So please remember that this is the base. This is where you will come back to again and again. When you feel distracted or anything like that, just come back to the base. This connection of your awareness to the stillness that you are. This resting in your true nature. I don't know if any one of you is just experiencing this, but I just want to kind of mention it, I guess, for some of you to be guided into that. When you rest your awareness in the stillness of your being, it is not just a resting and nothing happens. It's you're resting and it is like you're charging your physical body. It literally gets charged from you resting, like a phone plugging it into the charger. You are charging your body, not only your body, but also your awareness. You're making it become more clear, more sharp, more aware. And when we are more aware, we're more open. When we're more open, we're more aware. So by resting, by not doing anything, making not any effort, no willpower here, just resting, we are charging our physical body, charging our awareness, charging our soul and spirit. And we are healed on very, very deep levels. So allow whatever disturbs you into this space. Allow whatever is distracting you in life into this space. Any obsessions, any repetitive obsessive thoughts, any emotions that keep coming back. Allow them into this space. Allow them to arise, to self-liberate. And you can feel that that space is not just an empty space. It's like a lot of the Buddhist traditions call it like a mother. Why do they call space like a mother? Because it feels loving. It feels very warm. It feels very compassionate. And if it doesn't feel like that, then that is fine too. Again, we're not pushing to have a certain experience. We're just relaxing into our own true nature, allowing it to ignite or do for us whatever it is that we need right now. Some of us, we need to rest, so we will fall asleep. Some of us, we need to get more excited about things, so we'll feel the bliss. And some of us, we need to be more confident, so we'll get more confidence and trust and beauty. And some of us don't want anything, so we just charge. Okay, so from this place, we're going to connect to different layers of our own soul, you could say. Let's start with our higher self. So just ask your higher self to connect to you. And you can see, feel, sense, or know your higher self, maybe in a certain shape or form, or maybe not, just as an energy. Or maybe there is no way for you to connect to it, and that is fine too. You just asking for it and being willing and open to connect is enough. So you're just kind of very simply saying, higher self, come to me. I am willing to be connected to you. I am open for your guidance. And so different people have different experiences. For some of you, it's very clear with shapes and forms and very clear. And for some of us, it's not. And that is okay. So let's also open up to Gaia, Mother Earth, the one who's leading the ascension, the one who's leading this whole transformation of humanity at this time. It's almost 10 years now. I would say today it's 10 years now, maybe around the solstice, that she has ascended. She has made that choice of being in very high frequency. So let's connect to her. She might appear to you in a very clear way. Sometimes she appears as a young girl, sometimes she appears as a goddess, sometimes she appears as an older woman, sometimes she appears as many different shapes and forms, whatever it is. Sometimes just as a light or an energy. We don't need to see, feel, sense. We can just know that she's there. So let's just connect to her in our own way. And you can feel a sense of gratitude from her to you, and probably from you to her as well, because she has given you everything you have, even your body, your clothes, the food, the houses, computers, whatever. Everything is made from her body. So we feel gratitude towards her, but you can also feel this very deep gratitude towards you, as we are her child. Not only our body is her child, literally, which is borrowing it from her. And when we die, the body will go back to her. But we are also her child in the sense of the soul. She already knew that we were coming here. Many of us, she has called us directly. So connect to her, and maybe there's a message. Maybe there's a gift. Maybe there's also like some instructions that she would like to give to you. Some instructions about the new earth. Maybe there's a mission assignment that changed or anything like that. And maybe it's just being with her, just for a moment, just being in her presence, and that is enough. Feel that empowerment coming from her and how incredibly powerful she is. I mean, Mother Earth is like, she has so many names. And the name that many people use now is Gaia. But like 40,000 years ago, her name was Tara. And she even had a higher frequency then than she has now. So you can tune into that extreme, immense generosity that what she's offering all of us, the experiences she's offering all of us freely, unconditionally. And we can use that as an example, as a guide. Like, wow, I wish I was that generous, or at least know what it means to be that generous. So now ask the Mother Earth to see the grids, because from ancient times, there is all these grids around the planet, yeah? But she has been building new Earth grids. There's new grids that are also passing through those points, like the famous ones, you know, the pyramids in Egypt, the Stonehenge, like all these different places, Avebury, Mount Shasta, like all these, you know, all these different places that I'm sure you're aware of. Of course, they're still passing by those ley lines, but you can see, feel, sense that she has been building new earth lines because these lines have been hijacked since a while. So ask the earth to see the new grids, the new earth grids, and to be connected to it. And the way you can do that is just send some of your light down. You can do it from like through a grounding cord if you wish, like the males can use the root chakra, the most down chakra, from the perineum area down into the earth. And the females, we can, or those with a female body, we can tune in from the second chakra down, grounding it in the earth, but with a grounding cord. But you don't need to use a grounding cord. You can just really feel, see, sense, tune into, allow the earth to show you, whether it's vision or whether it's feeling or a sensation in the body, or maybe in the next weeks, all of a sudden you're in a place and you're like, wow, I'm sure here there is a new earth line in the earth. And maybe you're building one. I see some of you, you are building a new earth, crystalline grid in the planet, just by you being in a certain place. So feel how, by just connecting to those new earth grids now, that you feel more connected somehow. You're feeling not only more connected to the new earth, but you're also feeling more connected to the human collective. Through your roots, you're feeling that very high frequency human collective. You can feel that most of us in the last 10 years, we have definitely been raising our frequency. We have made it our daily purpose to raise our frequency. You can feel it. It's been working. We have been raising our frequency big time. So let's do the same with the grids around the planet that are up there. So now we're connected to the ones in the earth. Through the earth, you can even, if you feel like it, but this is really only if you feel like it and it resonates, you can allow it to go through your body. But some of us, we only take like the dark stuff of the earth, which of course we can all transmute everything, but you can not do that and just take the ascended energies. So you can put like a violet flame filter under you, under your feet, or even lower under you, and allow those earth energies to come through that violet light flame filter, so that you're sure that only the highest ascended energies are going to come through your physical body. And then feel the energy rising, rising, rising in your central channel. So it's like almost like you're drinking that nectar from below, from the perineum area up into the central channel, bringing it up, 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 up. And one of the advantages of bringing energy directly from the mother, the dark, unmanifested energies, you bring them up, the ascended ones, up, 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 up. One of the advantages of doing it in that direction is that once it's rising through your second chakra, third chakra, solar plexus chakra, heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye chakra, crown chakra, once it's rising up through your central channel, purifying you, clearing all the blockages in your central channel, once it's rising up through your chakras, you can feel, see, sense that it's becoming more and more easy when it's going up. Lighter and lighter, more and more easy. Once it's clearing the lower chakras first, it's clearing. It's like it's piercing through. It is like the light of the Mother Earth is just making cha. It's almost like, I imagine it sometimes like tiny little diamonds, black diamonds, or whatever color you want. You can make a big pink diamond, but tiny little ones, like very hard, but very beautifully formed, shaped, like tiny little ones going through your central channel, up, piercing all the chakras, basically. It's going, it's shooting right through. Tiny little ones. Why tiny little ones? Because they can go through all the way to the crown. And then from the crown, it starts to overflow. It just starts to overflow, just like that earth energy, you're offering it to the whole of the cosmos. You're offering it through your central, through the core of your being into the universe. And from that, like many of you will experience, what I'm experiencing now is like an opening of the crown, allowing that energy. And take your time. If you feel it's still working on the lower chakras, take your time. Don't rush, don't push. Just allow it to happen in your own rhythm. You have the recording, you can do it again. But some of you are going to feel that your crown is opening wide. And when it does, the light of the ascended earth just comes through, piercing through all the chakras, opening. And that light, offer it. And not only offer it, but like kind of push it right through, but not with like a willpower push, but like a, almost like a playful life force, like, because the vitality that is released through allowing the light to come through you, you can send it out into the grid. So you're basically sending the earth energy through your body up into the sky, high up into the sky. Feeling, seeing, sensing, there is a response there of the cosmic energies at a certain point, maybe not straight away, but you are becoming an antenna, you're becoming a more clear channel, a more aware channel, a more open channel, a more loving channel of these energies. So once you have been sending it up into the grids, you can connect to the grids there, the consciousness grids, so many of them nowadays. We're holding so much more light, it's incredible. But you can even just pierce right through to the center of the galaxy, or right through into the ultralight, into all those 22 galaxies, just right through, just bomb. So it feels, these sense, like whatever is your most comfortable and most easy way. You can even see sense, like you're touching a little star, and then you bring that star back, starlight, back through that channel down into the earth. So that now we're going to do it the other way around. Bring that starlight, galaxy light, whatever, the sun, the moonlight, just pure light, golden light, diamond light, whatever you feel that is resonating with you. Maybe the golden light has very much to do with the new earth and the new age and the feminine and masculine Christ consciousness. But it can be any type of light. Clear light is the highest type of light. Then you have rainbow light, you have black light, you have all kinds of states and consciousness that we are. Send it back down into your central channel, back down, pierce it through all the chakras, and then send it back down into the earth. So you can feel how you're becoming what we call an ascension column, a pure column of light. So you can feel that central channel that is inside of your body, it's almost like you can enlarge it around your body. So decide on the size of it, and you're becoming a pure beam of golden diamond light, golden diamond rainbow light, whatever color that suits you, maybe turquoise, maybe Bordeaux red, maybe black light, whatever is your color. Of course, if you choose violet light, it will definitely transform and transmute any karma. Or light blue light, extremely powerful as well. Or pink or green. You can even play with it if you wish. Different colors. But really feel, see, sense that ascension column that you are now, that it's connected to the grids, it's connected to everyone that is doing this meditation, whether it's the replay, whether it's always the now. And you're connecting it to what we call the Antakarana. Antakarana is like the rainbow bridge. It really brings us back into the one, the source, you would say the highest frequencies. And you can feel, see, sense in your heart now that you are now doing what you have come here for to do. So many times that we look around and thinking, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I following my purpose? Shouldn't I be doing more? Shouldn't I be doing different things? Should I be doing whatever it is that you think that somehow you might be missing your purpose or anything like that? But feel that what you're doing right now is fulfilling your purpose. You are that rainbow bridge. You are that diamond light in a human body form, embodied in this time for humanity, for yourself, for the planet, for the whole galaxy and beyond. And feel that's that type of relaxation that comes from it. It's like Okay. Like those 100,000 things that we think that we need to be, those personalities or whatever we think we need to be, or trying to be someone else than that we are, we can just drop it. Just play, just be, just love. This deep sense of, I don't need to prove anything. I don't need to explain anything. I don't need to fight anyone. I don't need to feed any low frequency agenda. I can just be myself here now. I have access to this light always because I am this light. And feel it in every cell of your body. So now we're going to feel that that central channel has become a big channel. So we are like an ascension column. And feel it reverberating, energizing, purifying, perfecting all of the cells in your body. It's like you're giving it a shower of pure earth and cosmic energies linked together. And this is when it feels to me like a unification, like this feels like a sacred union inside, like a sacred marriage inside, where that masculine energy, that cosmic energy, and that feminine energy, that dark earth energy, and that golden light of the cosmic energies, that feminine, masculine, those enlightened qualities that we are, it feels like they are coming together within us as the carrier of that unification. That clarity, feel that clarity. It has a sense of ease to it, a sense of smoothness, softness, and yet very clear, sharp, alert. It is not an energy that we can mess around with. It's very clear about its own power. Very strong boundaries. About feel that you are becoming the guardian of your own energy right now. You are the guardian of your own sovereign power. Feel that no one can touch it. No one can do anything with it. No one can force you to anything. Feel it very strongly inside. And feel that light. It is like as if you're allowing the light to stream into all those identities that we carry with us that we are not. Allow the light to shine into your insecurity. Allow the light to shine into your doubt, your self-doubt. Allow the light to shine into all the pain, all the unworthiness, the not deserving, the not believing that we are that light. So you can feel, see, sense. You can use some imagery there if you wish. Feeling, seeing, sensing that where we're going now is we're going into our DNA. Let's go into our DNA. Into the DNA, you feel, see, sense. It's like the 12, the 12, 12 strings of the, all of this is just amazing. When you go deeply into your DNA, just follow any particle from your breath into your lungs, from your lungs into any one of your cells, and from that cell into one of your DNA strings, going deeply into it. And the DNA is like I always say, it's like the ocean. When you look at it from above, it looks flat. But when you dive into it, it's full of life. It's the same with our DNA. Go into it, go deeply into it with this light of confidence, this light of trust, this light of knowing your own power. Deeply into your DNA, as deeply as you can. Use imagery, see it, feel it, sense it, taste it if you can. Hear it, remember it, know it, whatever comes your way, whatever form or shape the DNA is going to express itself to you. And see that on a very dormant level, dormant in the sense of on a quantum level, dormant in the sense of on a very deep level in your DNA. You feel, see, sense that sense of the blueprint of our highest consciousness is still there, immaculate, never been touched, perfect, whole and complete. Some of you will see it as like light language or golden light or diamond or whatever. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter how it expresses to you. What matters is that you connect to it. Something that you have been carrying, not only this lifetime, but every different lifetime you've ever had. Encoded into your body, encoded into your soul, encoded into all that you are, into every cell of existence of anything we've ever been or will be. It is encoded into it because it's the core of reality itself. It's the core of who we are itself. That love and compassion. So connect to it and ask it to be initiated or awakened. Awakening the dormant light codes, the light codes. So there's of course many different names. So maybe some of them resonate with you. Maybe you have new ones coming out, but some of them are called, for example, the Holy Grail codes, or the King Arthur codes, or the Mary Magdalene codes, sacred sexuality codes, freedom codes, just pure light codes, ascension codes, diamond light codes. New earth codes. Allow yourself to be in that grace of the Mother Earth and the Father Sky, you could say. To be in the grace of those cosmic and earth energies, that cosmic masculine and feminine energies that are going to awaken those codes within you in the next minutes, in the next seconds, in the next hours, days, weeks, months. You might have a dream, you might have a vision, you might have a friend that tells you something, you might find a book, you might, whatever it is. It might come in many different shapes and forms. These codes will unfold in many different ways through music, sound, creativity, spontaneous, effortless life force. See, feel, sense how that is manifesting for you. And now see, feel, sense how it's spreading all around you. So it's spreading through your breath, it's spreading through your mind. And also be aware of your mind. Like we have about 35 to 50 thoughts a minute when we don't meditate. So we're losing most of our energy into those thoughts. 35 to 50 a minute, can you imagine? And most of those thoughts are not very focused. So bring those light codes into your mind, into your body, into your feelings, into your emotions, into your soul, kind of encoding you or programming yourself with some sort of intention or some sort of wish, knowing, just reflecting right now, just think about it, just for a moment. I don't mean like make a lot of thoughts, I'm just saying, look at your life, the last days, hours, how much energy you have lost by having 35 thoughts a day. Kind of like realize that you are what you think. So if you could change those thoughts into more expansive thoughts, more positive thoughts, more, seeing more opportunities and having less thoughts. Why not have one thought a minute? It will be such a powerful thought that you can manifest whatever you want with it. So feel that for a moment, just like feel, see, sense this sense of, wow, yeah, I have so much power and I'm losing all of it in my thoughts. I want to, I wish to, I have the intention to focus my mind, train my mind, bring my mind into alignment with source, pure source energy. And some of us, we do it through sound, mantra, meditation, whatever you can do to train your mind, go for it. But at the moment, just feel it, see it, sense it. Acknowledge to yourself, yes, I am losing most of my energy. Why is it that I cannot manifest what I want? Yeah, because I'm losing all my energy in so and so much thoughts about what I think life is. And when you look at it from this perspective, where we just came from, where we are now, it's an incredible amount of energy that we are losing through an unfocused mind. And this is not to bring the energy down, it's actually just to bring that light code energy into self-realization. How do I realize source? How do I realize I am source? Feel it, sense it. Reprogram yourself. Okay, now see, feel, sense if there's anything that is important for you to know at this moment, and ask source to show it to you. It can be in words, messages, gifts, imagery, feelings, sensing, memory, whatever it is. Download the energy of what you need right now for your life. Very personal. This is very personal. Something that you have been working on, something that has been blocking your mind, something that has been blocking your heart, something that's been blocking your body or your breath. Download from source exactly what you need Bring it into your body, into your soul. And feel it as it's manifesting in your life. So at first it hits your body, the download, and then you can feel, see, sense how it's going to spread all around you in your house, in the area where you live, in the relationships that you have with people. Just see, it's like an explosion of golden light, you would say. Just feel, see, sense how that is manifesting in your life right now. Okay, I think, I don't think, but I'm guided to slowly bring us all the way back. So just feel it in your physical body. Some of you, you might want to stay in this state, but you're more than welcome to do so. So if you feel that you wish to stay in this state, you can just log out of Zoom and just totally go deeper into it as you wish. And for others, wish to be guided out of it, so we will do that. So feel, see, sense that sense of being really present in your body. You could maybe move a little bit your hands. Feel the chair or the bed that you're sitting or laying on, or wherever you are. And let's do something with the eyes that really works really well for me. So what you do is that you 1/10 of your eyes, you open them, but really just a tiny little bit. And when you do that, whatever you're going to see, don't identify with it. So whatever you're seeing, do not identify with it. Just see it as it is, like a dream, like a display of space and light. So you're looking at it from your source within. You're looking at it from your awareness within. So keep that source awareness looking at the outside instead of immediately shifting, because that's what usually happens. We open our eyes and we immediately shift back into beta consciousness, and we go back into the eyes, and we go back into that believing that that reality is real, and you know, all those things. We start losing our energy again. So you can also look out into the world, but from an inward perspective. You're still focused on the source within. So what you're seeing outside, don't identify with it. It's just a display of light and space. It's not solid, it's not real. And try to do that over and over again, like maybe a few times a day. Obviously, if you're working and everything, and we all have to live our daily lives, right? I cannot drive a car, pick up my girl from school and say that everything is just space and light. I will have to drive, you know, carefully. But once we do that and we see that it's space and light, it becomes more easy. We can see it more for what it is. Yay! That was like a meditation of like 1.5 hours, I think. Even though it didn't feel like that. Maybe for some of you it felt like that, but it didn't feel.